The needs of any one minority community are as varied as those of any larger community. Here in Quebec, when talk turns to systemic racism, the focus automatically turns to issues such as racial profiling or discrimination in healthcare. But there is so much more to it than that, and much more of it well hidden below the surface. Martine St-Victor is one of the founding members of the national organization called the Black Opportunity Fund. So nice for you to join us today, Martine.
Always nice to see you, Mutsumi.
So this Black Opportunity Fund, it was established only just last year. Why did you think it was necessary?
It was established in June 2020, Mitsumi, right after so much of the disparity became obvious. And so we are many founding members. It started out really in Toronto, and it's a partnership between businesses and philanthropists and foundation. And really, we work in different pillars like healthcare and education and entrepreneurship, which is the one that is closest to my heart. And really the objective is to catalyze growth. And what's important to remember is that when one community does well, it's good for all communities.
You know, Martine, there's been so much focus on issues such as racial profiling by police, and that's not to say that those issues are not important. But there are far more subtle aspects, isn't there? Especially, you know, people don't talk about entrepreneurs, for example.
Mm. Well, yes, there's a disparity. For example, Black businesses are underfunded. There's more difficulty to access to credit. And I'll give you an example. You know how Quebec is a nation of startups. Well, the mecca of startups is Silicon Valley in California. And in Silicon Valley, which sets the tone really for all startup nations, it's less than 1% of investments that go to Black-led startups. And to give you a comparison, it's 2.8% that goes to women-led businesses. So there is a disparity. And so you have this difficulty to access, number one. And the other thing also that's important to know is that there's a reason why many Black entrepreneurs start their own businesses. It's because they can't find work or they don't have the same access. And so what I was happy to see in the recent federal budget is that there was some money that was allocated to specific needs of the Black community, including in businesses. And so there's nothing that's being taken away from anybody. It's really adding some funds. And particularly at the federal government level, it's important because in 2018, there was a program that was meant for women-led businesses. And out of 300 grants, only one went to a business led by a Black woman. So this disparity exists. And so what entrepreneurs want, there's not one entrepreneur, Mutsumi, who wants a handout, not one. That is not the entrepreneurship spirit. It's really the opportunity to start at an equal starting line. That's it. That's all. That's what the fund is about. That's why these types of initiatives for Black entrepreneurs are important, so that it's about equal opportunity. It's about the same starting blocks.
It's interesting, though, isn't it, Martine, that when we talk about systemic racism, it's so difficult to see, right? When you mention that Silicon Valley example that you cited, or what you said about the small businesses not getting grants, when you look at an area where risk takers go to invest and they are not willing to invest in the Black community, that says volumes, though, doesn't it?
It speaks volume. You know, the venture capitalist business is a tricky one in the sense that these investors will invest in companies that are led with people who look like them. So it's kind of like this vicious circle. If you don't have more diversity in venture capitalists, well, then you'll always have this problem of funds going to the same type of entrepreneurs. And so this cycle has to be broken. I gave the numbers of Silicon Valley. It's difficult to get numbers for Canada, but I can't imagine for 1 second that they are better here than they are in Silicon Valley.
What is the ultimate goal, do you think, for something like the Black Opportunity Fund?
The ultimate goal is to create equal opportunities. And you know, the ultimate goal is that eventually we will not need such initiatives. Eventually the government will not need to have these specialty programs. Eventually, Mutsumi, you'll have me on your show to speak about other things. I'm happy to be a spokesperson for this. I'm looking forward to the day where I don't have to be.
Okay, very, very good point, Martine. So anybody who wants more information, they can get it on the site, right? It's Black Opportunity Fund, all one word, .ca. And thank you so much for doing this.
Always good to see you, Mutsumi.
Take care, bye.
Bye-bye.